Hi, I'm Janine. I've been a runner since I think 2014.
Hi, I'm Rochelle. I've been a runner since 2013.
Annyeong, I'm Mond, and I'm runner since 2011.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I'm a runner since 2014.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm runner since 2011. Nag-start akong runner. Hindi ko pa actually alam yung Running Man noong una. Pero fan kasi ako ng SNSD in 2011. So lahat ng mga variety show nila, yung talk show, mga fan cams, yung pinapanood ko. Yung isang napanood ko is yung Running Man. Noong unang intro pa lang, sobrang tawang-tawa na ako. Pina Kwangsu, pina Jeso, pina Jungkook. Out of curiosity ko, pinanood ko siya, wala episode 1. Kasi yun, nahook na ako until latest, 500 plus.
Yung unang Running Man episode ko is yung guest ay 21. Tapos, nakalimutan ko na ng episode number. Yung first impression ko is parang nagtaka ko, bakit ang daming cast member? Pero eventually, nung nanood na ako ng mga sunod na episode, mas masaya pala nung pag sila lang yung guest. Mas na-hook na ako dun sa show.
Unang episode ng Running Man na yung full episode na pinanood ko, yung nag-guest si Moon yung kasi siya yung favorite ko. More on K-drama kasi ako. Then yung friend ko, sabi niya, tara marathon tayo ng Running Man. So ako parang, sino kasi yung mga members nun? Hindi ko naman kilala eh. Then nun, pinanood namin, nakaka-enjoy siya. Sobrang, alam mo yun, yung laugh trip talaga. Grabe, talaga sakit ng alang-alang mo kakatawa. Pati siya mo kakatawa. Nakakaaliw yung mga pinupuntahan niya na lugar. Tapos nakakagutom yung mga pagkain. Then, isa pa yung mga games nila, yung nakakatuwa. So, bumili na rin ako. Like yung pirate game.
It started when my sister was watching Running Man. She's watching in her sala and they couldn't help but watch with her. And it was the episode where Jason was playing the MC and to anyone was the guest. I don't know, but there's just a sudden draw or a magnetic pull that made you want to watch. And then from then on, I just kept on watching because it's so fun.
So, konting kwento lang ha. Kasi 2011, late 2011 ako nag-start. I was in college, first year. So, nakikinood lang ako at first with my college friends. And then, curious ako because I'm into, into reality shows. Extra Challenge, Survivor. So, first portion ko din yun sa Korean variety kasi hindi pa ako masyadong makipap noon eh. Tapos na-intrigue ako, ang ganda naman pala nito. Ganda may mga challenge, may mga missions. So, yun yung nagpa-hook sa akin. Until I decided to watch one more episode and then one more episode hanggang sa nakasanayan ng manood ng episodes natin. 563 episodes na tayo.
Ako, favorite member ko, close si Jessup tsaka si Kwangsu. Pero mas angat sa akin si Jessup. Kasi sobrang siya, witty niya, tsaka kumbaga doon sa games, parang ang bilis niya mag-analyze. Pero kay Kwangsu naman, sobrang funny siya. Pag yung mga skits na sobrang natural lang, napapatawa niya yung mga games.
Ako, ang favorite ko, actually, Kwangmong talaga ako, pero mas lamang ng konting-konti lang si Gio. Gio talaga yung favorite ko. Kasi, ba't ko favorite si Gio? Kasi, ang ganda-ganda niya, pero hindi siya maarte. So, parang sobrang nakaka-relate. Wow, talaga relate ako kay Gio. Ang galing niya, yung pagka-ace niya, yung likable yung character niya.
Tsaka competitive.
Competitive. Tsaka parang one of the boys.
Sila naman lahat gusto ko. Siyempre, hindi mawala yung pinaka-favorite. Ako talaga si Lee Kwang-soo and si si Hana, di ba ko sa kanya? Yung para siyang bata. Pero hindi naman. Ang cute-cute niya. Tapos si Kwang-soo, syempre, yung betrayer. Yun talagang nung character niya sa team. Talaga nakakatawa siya. Kahit na minsan nakakaasar na, bakit mo ginawa yan? Natalo pa tuloy. Ganyan.
Okay, so my favorite member at first was Gary, kaso umalis. Next, si Kwangsu, umalis na naman. So, wala na akong favorite para wala na umalis. So, ang bayan. Yan. Pero gusto ko silang lahat kasi there's really a good dynamic among the cast. So, I really love every one of them. And
If I have to choose one, at first, it was Lee Kwang-soo. Dahil kay Lee Kwang-soo, I started collecting giraffe items, ganyan. I like his sense of humor, yung niya with the members, yung height niya, of course. And then, I started liking Haha. So, I saw his character development from the bad boy until magkaanak siya. He's likable, of course. And mamaya may kwento ko bakit pa siya nagustuhan.
Yung isa, yung last year, yung kay Kwangso na yung may happy sad.
Yung ano.
Tsaka yung In the Jungle.
Yeah, In the Jungle.
Pero akin na, as a long time runner, yung favorite sa akin yung Unanimity Race. Yung parang naka-close area sila. Tapos kailangan nilang magawa yung mission as one para makaalis.
Favorite episode ko, Zombie Race yata yun. Yung zombie si Gary. Tapos isa pang favorite ko is yung unang-unang yung Bond. Sobrang galing ni Jae-suk doon.
Mga gusto kong episodes, yung Idol Olympics. Sobrang siya, nakakatawa. Kasi yung mga competitive talaga yung mga players, yung mga idol, yung mga kalain, ganun sila. Maganda nila. Yung, syempre, yung mga overseas, grabe yung mga mission nila rin sa Vietnam, sa Macau, tsaka madami pa.
My favorite Running Man episode is their time travel episode. So you'll really love it if you've been watching them from the start. Their personalities really shine and you really love how they interact with each other. Because in that episode, there wasn't any guest and then it's just a whole funny thing with fantasy involved. There was a twist with everyone's story, so it was really fun talaga. If you're a BTS fan, look for the 7th versus 100, I think, episode. So that's the BTS episode where super funny din, super competitive nung boys. So you really like their interactions also with the cast.
I have again to recommend one. I did this to my siblings. It's the Rage episode, Rage Virus 140, episode 140. Yun yung una kong pinapanood sa kanila. And then they started liking Running Man na. Pero depende din kasi sa sa kausap ko. So may if she or he is more into K-pop, syempre recommend natin yung mga episodes na may mga K-pop guests. So meron dyan mga Idol Olympics, episode 104, SNSD, 63, 64, and 254. Big Bang, kung mga Big Bang ka, 85, Blackpink, 525. Kung balik tayo dun sa mga more into missions, mga yung storyline, we have Zombie episode 277. Tsaka kung gusto mo lang matumawa, we have 520, yung mas recent. Ayan.
Pinaka peak ng aming pagiging runner is when we saw the members in person. Kasi nag-attend kami nung Running Man fan meet in Jakarta. 2019 yata yun. Ang kinuha namin ticket yung merong photo op.
Ay, alam mo yung moment yun na pag nandun ka na, parang parang hindi mo na alam kung
Sabi ko nga, di ba, parang tinweet ko din na more than starstruck yung feeling.
Yes,
Kasi parang friends mo sila na nakita mo nun lang. May encounter kami ni Gio. Kaya din ni Kwangso.
kami din. Actually, si Kwangso nasa likod ko na nagpotop. Nakaka-shake hands kasi.
Ako, nakadamit kasi ako ng Gio nun. Yung mukha ni Gio. Tsaka yung cap ni Gio. So, pagpasok ko pa lang, na-recognize agad ni Gio. Tapos, parang ganun na kami. Tapos, wala na akong masabi. Nag-flying kiss lang kami. Nag-flying kiss din si Gio sa akin. Kaya parang ako lang yung pinansin. Hindi naman sa pagmamayabang. Pero ang dami namin doon. Pero parang, ang tagal ng namin.
Parang
Interaction.
Parang napansin din siya.
Yung unang-una, yung pumunta ako ng Malaysia para manood ng fan meet. Nakita ko na meron pala sila electronic raffle para sa group photo. Tapos nung pagkuha ko nirelease na nila yung mga ticket, yung mga nanalo, ako wala pa yung ticket ko kasi wala pa ako sa Malaysia. Nung pinick up ko yung ticket, pagtingin ko dun sa ay ko, nabunot yung number ko. Isa pa pala, Taiwan naman. Nakapag-group pick din ako doon dahil sa tulong ng isang runner. Tapos si Sechan, dahil malapit siya, tinry ko lang, in-attempt ko rin, inano ko yung kamay ko para mag-handshake. Inabot naman niya. So parang, oh my God. Tapos si Kwangso rin, nakatingin siya, ginanong ko rin yung handshake. Lumapit din siya, nag-handshake din siya. Tapos nung si Gio yung kasunod niya, medyo yung malayo na. Syempre, parang teka, makapagalitan na ako. So pagtingin ko kay Gio, sabi niya sa akin, parang nag-offer, sabi niya, parang yung action na, do you want a handshake? Sabi ko, yes. Tapos sumunod talaga umabot siya sa akin, parang handshake. Sobrang na-touch ako kay Gio. Pinaka-last na encounter ko sa kanila na sobrang lucky, I guess, yung ito kay Yoo Jae-suk.
So what I would consider to be my luckiest moment was that we were able to meet Yoo Jae-suk in Korea. So he signed autographs and all. So it was so fun. So another time na we were in Korea, I was with my husband also. And we went to Gary's Halyang store. When we got there, we found out na everything is sold online lang pala. They don't have like a physical store. But the Halyang staff were kind enough to like let us in. Then we took videos inside. And then it's just like kahit andun ka, kahit wala si Gary, parang kilig-kilig pa din since parang feeling mo nagko-cross kayo ng paths somehow. We bought t-shirt and a hat and then we got 2 free. So this was one of the free t-shirts.
Yeah, andito na yung kwento ko. Actually, I just shared it last July 11 sa Twitter. So sabi ko, ito yung sinasabi kong height ng aking fanboy life. Nung napansin ako ni Ha sa V-Live, that was September 2020. Kasi gumawa ng fan video si RMPH and then yung mga gustong sumama, they just need to imitate yung mga guests na sina Haha, Kim Jungkook, Sechan, tsaka si Seokjin. So ang pinili ko si Haha since mahilig kami sa glasses. Nung pinabalabas na siya, oh my God, out of all the sumayaw, nag-present, ako pa yung napansin niya. So parang ganun yung, oh my God, ganyan.
We've been with Running Man Philippines. Ako since 2014 din. Nung mga bagong runner pa din ako, parang gusto kong ma-experience kasi yung kung paano maging runner din. So parang naglakas loob ako na mag-apply as admin. Fulfilling din as an admin na nagpapagathering kami where yung mga attendees na feel din nila yung kung ano ba yung feeling bilang isang Running Man member. Mula sa conceptualizing, tapos yung mga gagamiting merch, tapos yung mga meeting, di ba? Pag yung mga attendees sinasabi nila na sobrang na-enjoy nila yung gathering. Sobrang sarap din sa feeling namin as PDs or organizers. Personally, ang pinaka malapit sa heart yung unang-unang coffee truck natin. Kasi no that time, konti pa lang yung runner. So parang medyo natagalan yung pag-hit nung goal. Nangyari yung coffee truck sa Korea. And yun nga, nandun yung design ko. Ako yung nag-design ng banner. Tapos may pictures pa sila. Nakasama pa si Jennie with Blackpink.
Yes, pa si
Link din ako. Ayun. So yun, sobrang fulfilling nun. Sobrang
Tapos yung sumunod na nun, yun nga, yung recently.
yung recently, yung mga billboard.
Sobrang effort din yung mga nag-donate.
Pinaka-recent yung sa Hongdae na kakatapos na kahapon. At sayang nga hindi sila punta kasi. Pero at least napansin ni PD Choi Pambi, di ba? Iba na yun. Ibang level na yun. So, malamang nakita na nila yun.
So in the recent Running Man PH gathering, I made sure to attend and I pitched the story on Cosmo so that I can share it with others too. So I really became an active runner then and I was able to meet a lot of fellow runners. So we were in Team Seokjin and there was a pasabay of this Seokjin glass and I bought like 20 of it so that I can help the others in the same VIP section. Ganyan. So since I had the glasses, what I did was gift ko na lang to sa teammates ko. So para lahat kami. Meron kaming parang extra props bilang Team Seokjin.
So RMPH talaga kapag mga fan projects, dapat talaga ahead tayo maggumawa ng mga projects for not just for the members kasi for the fans pa din kasi they get it is their chance to share their talent, their support. Ayan. We also have the billboards. So recently lang nagpadala tayo ng billboard sa EDSA, di ba, kay Kwang Soo. So na mention sa Naver News. So again, because of their support, nagagawa natin 'tong mga bagay na 'to.
Wang Kong!
Let's get it!
This is
Sparta! Ano ba? Sparta?
Ako, this is not comfortable.
Sparta?
This is Sparta.
Ay, oo.
Chicken towel
Race!
race
Race
start.
Happy 11th anniversary Running Man.
Sobrang successful na rin talaga kasi yung Running Man. Ang dami na napagdaanan, ang dami
Sobrang accomplished na nila diba?
ups and downs.
Support lang natin yung Running Man. Iba man yung nagiging concept ngayon kasi syempre may edad na sila.
Good health lang. Good health.
Enjoy lang nila every episode.
Kasi pag ina-enjoy nila, parang yung fans as runners, parang tutuwa na rin tayo pag nakita silang kahit nag-usap-usap lang.
Oo.
Diba?
We wish you more episodes in the future.
10 years, kaya pa yan ng another 10 years.
Thank you so much for your hard work. The Filipino fans are always here for you.
You really help us through our tough times. And congratulations on being the longest running variety show in Korea.
Let's keep on spreading the good vibes to everyone. Kung may mga interesado sa Running Man, go share them the episodes. Recommend yung mga episodes na yan.
We really hope that the laughter never stops.